Hello, I'm Tochku, and I'll be taking you through the ENS section on NIVA. So basically, it's very similar for both production businesses and businesses that are into trading, but this video is particularly for businesses that are into production on NIVA. So what are EN is just like you have, if you made a sale, you select the product that you sold, and then the quantity you sold, right? So that's where you have ENAs. So if you want to impute an expense, you need to select the ENA, and then the quantity of the ENA that you made the expense for, right? So that's what ENA is basically all about. So that's what an ENA is. So it stands for expense names and amount. So if you click this section here, right, you see view ENAs. If you click on view ENAs, it shows you a list of a table of all the ENAs you currently have. You can use the search to filter and all that. So if you can use any of these buttons to export your table, print, export to Excel and what have you, right? So let's add an ENA. If we want to add an ENA, we use this here, or we can just quickly easily tap add ENA. So once we do that, right? Once we've done that, it takes you to the page where you can add an ENA. So and it gives you some explanations, right? So some summary of the whole thing is, there are two types of ENAs in production business. There is the production expense and other expenses. So production expenses, they are the expenses that are tied to, you know, production. When you want to make a production, when you want to produce a product, right? Since the production business, that's the production expense, right? The other expenses are not expenses that are tied to production, like they are still necessary to run the business, right? So regardless of if you produce, you still have to make those expenses. So let's just add an ENA, right? And to add an ENA now, let me just put let's say cleaner salary, right? And let's just put an amount, let's say 50, right? And we although NIVA gives you the opportunity to scale your business how you want. There are no one or there's no some for some a lot of things. They're not like defined rules on how to use NIVA. We teach you various ways you can use it, and then you decide how you want to do it for your business. We want people to have that freedom. So we usually advise that you enter an ENA per unit price. Say for instance, you'd have if you have 5 cleaners, right? You it's advised We usually advise people to enter the let's say 5 cleaners and have their salaries. So you enter it per cleaner, right? Per unit. So if the salary is 50,000, you enter it 50,000. So when you're entering the expense and you say cleaner salary, you select cleaner salary and you say you select the cleaner salary as an ENA, you impute 5. So you paid 5 cleaners 50,000 naira for the duration or the day you paid them or something like that. So that's how it will be stored on NIVA. But if you want to group ENAs, right? Say you have like there's an expense you make and maybe there are some materials or something you buy and they're in bulk and you want to group them in bulk and you pay for the bulk material. You can also do that too, right? But for this video we're entering it per unit, right? So you select if it's a production expense or other expense. So in this case we select other expense and then we click submit. So once that has been done, you can see that the ENA has been successfully created. So let's assume we want to edit the ENA. We just click the edit button. And once we click on the edit button, you see it gives us the options to like things to edit. So let's assume the salary, we decided to increase it and we increased it by 10, we say 60 and we update. You can see that it has reflected there, right? So what about if we want to delete an ENA? You use this delete option. So when you click on delete, it brings a pop-up asking you if you really want to delete it. So you can only delete an ENA as of the time of recording this video if that ENA is not attached to any other record on NIVA, say an expense record, right? So when you click OK, it deletes the ENA. So that is how ENAs work in a production business. It works similar to in a trading business, buying and selling, but they have their differences. So if you want to get more insights on that, you watch the ENA for trading, buying and selling business. Thank you for your time and do have a wonderful day.